Play. Oh my god, iconic. Right. I started back on January 1st of 2024. It just felt right. I didn't want to play right now because I am gonna time travel. To me. Okay, cool. I was wondering how this was gonna work. I've never used this before. Senya or Seni? Or Sen? Seni. Hello everybody, how is it going? It's Senya, or as I'm going to be called throughout this play, Mayor Seni. So I decided to make a new leaf, new file, and I wanted to stream it. Originally, that's what I wanted to do so long ago, and I finally decided to start, and I'm editing it down into smaller videos to upload here on YouTube for anybody who can't join me on the stream, and that's a-okay. This is always going to be an option for you. Hi, hello. We're having conversations with Rover, where I end up naming the town Serenity because Serendipity was too long, and that is right before we get a super pleasant surprise that becomes a string of events that are more positive. Oh, it came out cute! Perfect! I normally stream horror games in comfort, but man, you know, I literally like... We got stitches! Yo, hold on, wait a second. He was summoned. He was summoned. He knew. He knew. He knew. That's crazy. Okay, stream. Sorry. I'm so happy. No fucking way. Of course, after something as amazing as starting with one of my top 4 characters, including one of the 4 that are tattooed on my body, I forgot what I was doing and had to recuperate. And I'm gonna press A. Yeah, I'm gonna press A. Alright, sick. You might hear me say a lot of noobish funny stuff like that during this video. This is my first time emulating anything, so I was learning all the buttons as I was going on stream. Wow, how do these streamers who stream all the time talk and play at the same time? I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to do and stuff. Girl, we could tell, but you know we didn't forget to stop and talk to our bestie before we did anything we were actually supposed to do. I love you so bad. Yeah, I remember. I love him, bro. He's so funny. We make our way onto Main Street because we need to go to Nook's. I ding-dongedly walk into the post office first, though, of course. And Main Street is one of those things that I think makes New Leaf feel a little more magical than New Horizons. I really love the beauty of it. Hello. I am. I forget that I read really fast too, so I am reading this as I'm pressing A, but whenever I read in front of people, they literally yell at me to slow down, or like if I'm going through YouTube videos, people are like, how are you even... So I gotta slow down. Luckily, that doesn't really matter for us, because I'm speeding this right on up to save us from all of the boring intro parts, as well as I'm not that funny or interesting. I didn't really know what to say, but we are going to find our new house location, which I took way too seriously. You'll see here in a second what I mean by that. Computer controls is something I'm gonna have to learn. This would be kind of cute. I mean, I like a naturey backyard. Ew, we got apples. Okay, I guess we got stitches, so I can't complain about anything else. But I mean, this could be kind of cute. The train. No, I lived near a train. I'm making this so serious. I lived near a train my entire like young life, like the first 20 years of my life, and I remember like just hearing the train at night at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, like whatever. So I don't know, that kind of makes me not want to live here, but I like, there's like a little pond over here, there's the beach over here, but the train. All right, let's So I walked around and found Stitch's house and realized that I could not be neighbors with Stitches. It just wasn't very aesthetic. So I got the hell over it. The only aesthetic option for neighbor was Kurt, and that just wasn't happening. That's not my guy Stitches, okay? Okay. So then I went ahead and built the house after getting over it, because let's be real, the little train shuttle thing doesn't even make noise in this game when it goes by, really. And it's not going to be happening at 4 a.m. I'm not actually going to be sleeping in the house. I was taking it way too seriously. But as you can see, at least I did have my head in the game. Because I am going to be making I keep wanting to call it Serendipity. I didn't even get to name it that. I am going to make Serenity one of the most serene places you guys have ever seen. After getting the hell over it, I make my way down to Town Hall to talk to Isabel about some of the other things I need to do to get registered as a civilian here. That's my real birthday, by the way. Just saying, write it down, put it in your calendar. I finished registering as a resident of the town, and then we go and do the little tree planting ceremony that is so adorable. And I started on January 1st, 2024, so it actually went right into the New Year's celebration. Oops, I should have thought about that. I talk to Stitches, and then I start the general grind for them loans. Okay, how do I pick these up? Okay. Okay, hold on, wait. Okay. Okay. Right. You press X on the keyboard, which I had to think what button is the pickup button. It's X. So what button is start gonna be? I still don't know. Is there a start button on the keyboard? That's kind of embarrassing to ask, but I really don't know. I don't know. Ooh, I forgot our pockets are really small in this game versus New Horizons, and I can't... Yes, I can, but I think it only goes up to 9 if I remember correctly. Okay. Right, I forgot. This is Stitch's house. I know that for a fact. Okay, so let's go see if the Nook shop is open. The cranny. The junction, my bad. How disrespectful of me. And it is. Oh, I want that lamp. It is. Right. No, it's not teeny. Don't talk about it like that. It's nostalgic. Jesus Christ. Yeah, get out of my room, you crazies. They came right back. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. I want to sell stuff. I don't remember where you make more money. Let me see what he offers me. That sounds normal. I'm just gonna do it. And then we can go get 6 more apples and take it to retail and see what happens. I forgot that retail is where... I forgot about that because they aren't as important in New Horizons. So I'm pretty sure I need to make money to pay off my house, of course, like usual. Which is probably... I'm gonna get tools and then do that. The Able Sisters. Let's go back to Nook Holmes and see what he has to say. Probably telling me I owe him 19,800 bells. I was wrong, so very wrong, and I will soon find out that it is not the iconic 19,800 bells. Whoopsies. I also stop and sit on a rock after talking about how the benches were magical in this game. There's that sitting down magic I was talking about, but that's not what I wanted right there. Oh, okay, I wanted to see if I had to click or if I could use the keyboard. Oh, I didn't put them all together. Oh, it is more. That's fine. That's fine. After realizing I was wrong and getting yelled at for trying to talk to Reese because I don't really remember how we gained access to him, I went and talked to my bestie yet again. What are you thinking, Bo? My bestie. My bestie boo. Hello. What did I say about these Rottweilers, bro? Can you? Yeah. Be good out there. Jesus. You're the one who had a thought bubble. Okay. Yeah. He's so smart. Right. Their home. Which, that's something that's in New Horizons that's not in here, is that you can see by whose light's on, who is home or not. Girl. I forget what track this is. Synth, yeah. Girl. Your house looking cute. Right. Okay, so we talked to... I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need this track when I start getting music. Alright. Her house is cute. It actually, I think it matches her character. That's really cute. I forgot that the outsides of houses match the characters so much more in this game than they do in New Horizons. I set back out on my way to do some chores and meet all of the other residents of this town that we are about to make beautiful. But I definitely get distracted by some snowballs, which I am really, really good at making snowmen in New Horizons. And it just turns out that my first snowman was apparently perfect. Would you look at that? That's a real skill right there. Okay, it's a snowman. I think that was the second best one you can have, right? Because it's like you make a snow kid and then a snowman and then a snowman. Kinda doesn't matter that I made a perfect snowman because there is no net available today. I forgot that all tools are not available every day like they are in New Horizons. So I just continued on with picking apples and meeting all our neighbors. I think... See, he has a window. But if you ask me, I think that no one's inside because it doesn't look like the light's on. But... Oh, I forgot how sick everyone's house is from the beginning in this one. And the gyroids! Yo, he's adding to the song for real. Okay. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What did I press? It was not funny at the time, but me trying to figure out the emulator controls is hilarious to watch back. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. Thank you. What a blessing. I love this room. Alright. After liking Rory's room much, much more than anticipated, I continued on with my chores, pretty much picking apples and picking things up, because at this point I did not go buy any tools yet, which we see later when I go back to Nook's Junction. What is available today is a shovel and a fishing rod. So I'm pretty much just picking apples, and then I go and pick up a bunch of oh, wow. I go pick up a bunch of... I'm not even editing this out. I am keeping that in. That is hilarious. I go and pick up a bunch of shells. Okay, I go and pick up a bunch of shells on the beach. And before I know it, my pockets are already full and I had to go back to retail to empty them because I am used to New Horizon pocket size, not New Leaf size. And I tried to stack my seashells, but you can't stack seashells like you can fruit in this game. So yeah. Oh, I could have... Well, I don't know how I didn't notice that. So I take these earnings from retail, doing our daily chores, and I go ahead and start some more chores before I realize that I can now go buy both the shovel and the fishing rod so I can do even more chores because I'm soon going to run out of apples and I cannot pay off this loan just selling apples. Keep in mind, I thought that my initial loan was the iconic 19,800 bells. So that was my goal for day one before I do time travel. Guys, this game came out in 2012, okay? It's not cheating. I'm just doing what I want to do, okay? Don't hold these fake rules against me. So anyways, that was my goal for the day before I start playing day two. So here I am fishing. You can also see me digging up some fossils in this super speed. I actually move that fast. If you don't believe me, you're just a hater. Anyways, I am also going to be donating to the museum. I'm probably going to speed up the part where I do talk about the fact that I do want a full museum. Like, I'm trying to make this town as full and developed as possible, and that is including the museum. Make myself another coffee real quick. Let's get this done first. Yes, Blathers, we know that about you, and we love you anyways. I need you to look at some stuff and take some things, do some stuff and things, as Rick Grimes would say. Can I do multiple at a time? Yes, I can. I forget. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to do so. So, we got an Apado torso, Iguanodon torso, and a mammoth skull. That's sick. Alright, so you need one of those. You need to take this, you need to take this, and the other one I'll sell, but you need to take that. Yes. Alright, cool. I have to pee really bad, so I'm gonna go pee. You go pee, girl. So after going pee and then refilling my coffee, I came back up and went down to retail to, oh my goodness, they never stop in the stream and in the video. Isn't that so funny? I went back down to retail to sell everything that I didn't get rid of to the museum. I went and the cap machine was blinking. I totally forgot that that was something. Picked up those coupons and then continued doing chores before I decided I should probably go to my tent because I did get a gift from Isabel. How sweet of her. I completely forgot that, like, I have a whole tent. We haven't even gone in it yet, and you'll see when we do go in, I literally get some intro stuff. But drinking iced coffee while I'm cold. Regular. Yes, it's just like camping, of course. Ooh, roasting marshmallows sounds so great right now. Nobody asked, but I'm gonna tell you anyways that I didn't get my s'more because it's raining all day. Actually, the mountain pies where you like make like hot ham and cheese or like pizza in the like black cast iron like grilled cheese thing. I remember thinking in my head when I was saying that, like, girl, are you always thinking or talking about food? Like, that's, girl, like, come on. And you know what? I am. Watching that back, I'm always talking about food or my goddamn iced coffee. So we get a little tutorial from Isabel about decorating our tent. I'm sure you all remember if you played this game, all the tutorials you have to go through. I mean, it's kind of classic for an Animal Crossing game. You have a bunch of like little tutorials, and I just put everything in my house to make more room in my pockets for doing chores. That dragon Isabel gave us is so cute. I got one perfect apple this entire time doing chores so far, so I went ahead and I planted that by my house, not because I want the perfect orchard by my house, but because otherwise I'm gonna lose it. And maybe I do want a perfect orchard at my house. It's fine, I'm the mayor. I remember that I can shake trees and find money, and I'm willing to risk getting stung by bees. That is okay. Before I start, also remembering that if I hit the rocks, there is one money rock a day and one ore rock in this game, which that is different from New Horizons. There's no ore rocks in New Horizons, just the money rock. And I told myself if I get amethyst, I am not going to be selling any. So let's see what happens. It would be the first rock we hit too. I'm being blessed. I got stitches. I got the first trees I shook were money trees. First rock I hit was money rock. I don't know what it was about this game today, but it was blessing me, okay? It gave me my stitches as soon as I got in the game, okay? Like, couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, I did get apples. That's not great. I would have liked cherries or something. Peaches. But I really can't complain because it gave me stitches. And then I go and I hit my first rock of the day, and it was the money rock. Oh my goodness. So I keep going and shaking a bunch of trees, collecting every single coin that drops out. I do find a piece of furniture. I got the sleek stereo or the cool stereo, the sleek cool stereo. It's just like the black rectangular, like classic with a metal handle. And not my usual style, but I will take free furniture. Of course I will. I have nothing. So yes, finding fossils. I do a lot of fishing, and I really should have thought about that when I started the game. My thought process was starting at January 1st, 2024, because I knew that I was going to be time traveling. And I just figured if I started on January 1st, that was a good day to start. I was like, should I start today in 2024? And like, I don't know, it just didn't really resonate with me. So I was like, okay, I will go ahead and make it January 1st. So luckily they did give me a fishing rod, because if they would have gave me a net instead of a fishing rod, I would literally just be like catching snowflakes and getting furniture from Snow Ma'am and then selling the furniture, even though I want to keep it because I am a collector, because there are no bugs. So, I mean, again, the game was on my side, giving me that good luck. It gave me a fishing rod. It could have given me a net. So, again, can't complain. The game, if it's listening, bless you for blessing me. I can't have any bad karma, so I'm going to pretend that the game can hear me. I did a mind-numbing amount of fishing today. Like, the amount of times that I yawn in, well, technically in day 2, but I did them both today. This was a 5.5 hour stream. I am editing it down. That's also, I'm speeding it up because I don't have the capacity to upload a 5.5 hour video. I just don't have it in me right now. And like I said, I'm not the most entertaining the entire time. I kind of am funny for like 5 minutes, and then especially during a lot of the fishing, I am yawning and tired and exhausted. I don't like fishing as is. The amount of fishing I got done today, you guys wouldn't want to see that anyways. So yes, here I am doing chores, filling my pockets before I go back to my tent. And honestly, I can't remember why I went back to my tent. I actually just stared at my phone for a while, so I think I went there to check my notifications. And of course, my first ore rock, I got amethyst, the only one I won't sell because it's my birthstone. Girl, so unprofessional. This was 4 minutes before I sped it up. What were we doing? We were putting this amethyst down because I'm not getting rid of amethyst, and we can put that down so we have more room. Okay, I'm getting hungry. Yeah, girl, we know. We know. You're always talking about food. You're always hungry. Dude, I thought it would be so cute and wholesome to go type a little freaking message on the board. I did not notice till right now, as we are speaking, that I put today's instead of today. Embarrassing. That's cute. Okay. That is more embarrassing than I'd like to admit because I was really trying to be wholesome. I guess wholesome and funny was what we got there because it is pretty hilarious. Stitches, I love you, buddy, but that's crazy. He acts like he doesn't live on my leg and know all my thoughts because we are one. He is part of me. He knew that we were coming on here to do serious business. I don't know why he said that. Right. Yeah. Right. Oh, I already have enough money. So, stuck in my New Horizons mentality, after hearing that I had the money, I went right over to the post office to try and pay it off. But nope, this is New Leaf, so I had to run back over to Tom Nook and pay him the money directly for our first loan. This does change after the first one, so I wasn't technically all wrong. I run back to pay him that first loan. This also meant I could stop and eat soon, and you know that that's what I was actually excited for. Red, I guess. I wanted black, but super like me to get upset because I'm gonna have a black roof at first, but I should have known better. I ran over to the museum and dropped some stuff off that I brought on up with us because again we have limited pocket space and I was really trying to do as much chores as possible. I wanted to get as much done in the museum. I'm trying to get that 100% approval rating so I can get the permit to start developing, which is what our active goal is besides paying off our house loans right now. I stopped at the Able Sisters because my outfit is not all that, and well, yeah. I don't really like any of these. So it looks like we're going to be wearing that busted outfit for one more day because that was bad. But over in the accessory shop, they do have the ghost umbrella. And again, I'm a collector. And one of the things I do care about is umbrellas. I'm not a collector that cares about collecting every single thing. But if it is something I care about, I'm going to get it. And one of those things are umbrellas. That does inspire me to go check the sign at the retail store and have an impossible issue with digging a hole right behind it. I saw the rest of the things that are in my pockets, which is something that happens a bajillion times today, as that's about all I can freaking do on this day one here. As you can see by my absolutely not changing facial expression, my first interaction with Kurt, I think it was my first, or maybe it was my first after meeting him, did not change my opinion on him one way or the other. I don't really like jock villagers, which was really funny to discover because, I started playing Animal Crossing on the GameCube, and from the beginning, I have not liked jock characters, but then again, for most of my life, I have not liked sports or exercise really. I used to, but then like a basketball broke my hand, and then I was really good at gymnastics. But then like I started dealing with scoliosis and stuff like that. So me and exercise have not really been friends. But then like the past 2.5 years now, I've actually been running, which is crazy. I like to run. So I was kind of wondering when I got back into one of the older games like New Leaf, if I was going to like the jock characters more, because on my New Horizons island, I do not have any jock characters, and I don't plan on moving anybody out or anything like that at the moment. So I was kind of excited to run into a jock character and see if I like them any more or less now that things in my life have changed, but I don't. I don't really like them. I don't know. I didn't feel anything when he said that to me. But if you remember earlier, I said that during the day I did an absolutely mind-numbing amount of fishing. This is the start of that. I literally walked up and down this particular beach. My other one hasn't been spawning fish. I don't really know why. But I literally walked up and down the beach, just filling my pockets, going to retail, and doing it over and over and over again. So enjoy your first fishing montage. guys, my pockets are full. We'll drop a seashell, so we can come back for that. And go on our way to the museum. That's not working. I want to figure out how to run. I'm not running. Okay. I told you guys that it was a mind-numbing amount of fishing. Just think, I sped that all up for you, and that was not the only time that I was on that beach running up and down just to fill my silly little pockets. Could you imagine if you were there live? Actually, I can, and I wish you were. So, you know, if you wanted to hang out and talk during these grueling hours of filling my pockets with fish, come find me. Watch the stream. You don't just have to watch the YouTube videos, just saying. But like the good Mayor Senny that I am, I went right on over to the museum to donate everything that I was catching for the first time, before running back down to retail and selling all of the duplicates that I had already caught and given to the museum. Because again, I'm a good mayor. I care about the public education of my people, the public projects. I want everybody to be able to go to the museum and see the development of our little town, okay? Me too, good morning. I did go ahead and stop and talk to Bangle. I don't really remember having her before. I probably have years ago. I don't think I've had her recently, like in New Horizons or anything, because I don't really remember her, but I do think she's super cute. So, you know, I'm going to be trying to talk to her and be besties with her too. I went and got the patchwork lamp because everything patchwork reminds me of Stitches, and that is my bestie, so, you know, I had to go get it. And I wanted to get the fortune cookies. An itchy nose is worth the sacrifice for a glorious upper lip. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. If anybody does, let me know. I should have Googled it or something, but I didn't. And that gives you the Mario mustache. Wait, that's why it says what it says. Again, something I'm only putting together now and I didn't put together on stream. How embarrassing. I'm dead. There he is. Okay, I can't give him anything. Wonderful, stupendous, awesome. I guess I'm just gonna put this stuff in my house. I tried to give Stitches the Mario mustache. I think it would be so funny if he would wear it. But I can't give gifts yet. I don't remember if that's just because it's day one or if I need to friendship level up. Again, it's been years since I played New Leaf, so I guess we will be finding that out. But I went over to my house to put down everything that I needed to put down to make more room in my pockets. The patchwork lamp, the Mario mustache, and the ghost umbrella, because I actually did get quite a few things today so far. As far as things that I want to keep or collect. I'm not sure what more we could get done today. We paid off our loan. We have been donating to the museum. I'm sure we could fish more and donate to the museum. I believe I ended up playing day one for like 2.5 hours. Like I said, this was a 5.5 hour stream that I'm splitting into 2 days into YouTube videos. Day one probably took 2 to 2.5 hours. So, I mean, we did get a lot done, and I should have just stuck to the fishing like I said I was going to do, because I went back to Shaking Trees to find more furniture and money, and I had my first run-in with an issue. I still haven't found the, oh god damn. I still haven't found the 5th fossil roaming around. Yeah, so I was hung up on finding a fifth fossil. I actually can't remember if it is 5 fossils a day in New Leaf, the same way that it is in New Horizons. I'm pretty sure by the time I ended day 1, we only found 4. And I swear I have walked every inch of this place multiple times, shaking trees or going to catch different fish. So I'm gonna have to look into that. If you know the answer, feel free to comment down below. He's gonna make fun of me. It is a mess. As you can see, I was really running out of things to do for day 1. I ran back up to Nook's Junction to make sure there was nothing else I could possibly need besides medicine, because we're just gonna let it go. We're gonna let it rock. There was nothing for me, so then I went over to Nook's Homes, even though I already paid off the loan. I don't know what I was hoping I could do besides that, but I went in and talked to him, and of course I could do nothing about it, nothing new, whatever. So the only thing I really could do for the rest of day 1 was continue to make money, and or find things to donate to the museum. Again, like the good and responsible mayor I am, I take my like 1 or 2 things that I needed to donate to the museum before going on to retail to sell the duplicates. And this is where I ended the day. Not only was I just completely out of things to do and I was catching mostly duplicate fish, and I either needed to time travel to a different time or just make it a different day, my food got here, and that was more important than anything else. Whether you watch here or on stream, I appreciate you, and I really hope that more people come and join enjoying New Leaf with me. Bye, guys.